Providing and maintaining a state-of-the-art telecommunications network in a country as diverse as ours is an ongoing challenge and has been the responsibility of Telecom Australia since it was established in 1975. The work of building a telephone system is never finished. The most sophisticated systems of only 20 years ago now look positively archaic. In 1975, when Telecom was established, there were only 3.5 million services, or one phone for every 4 people. The best that could be offered was 6 to 8 week delays in phone connections. We charged $2.70 for 3 minutes of maximum rate STD, when local call charges were 9 cents, and gave the customer a choice of rotary dial phones in any colour, as long as they were black. Today, in 1989, there is one phone service for every 2 people, doubling our market penetration. Telecom has dramatically cut the connection time so that 80% of services are connected within 10 working days. With local call rates at 21 cents, maximum STD charges have been reduced nearly 70% in real terms and are now, 14 years later, just $1.90 for 3 minutes. And there are further reductions currently being implemented. And the standard phone? The Touch Phone 200, said to be the best standard telephone offered by any phone company in the world. As well, Telecom has introduced many new services, including the digital computer services OSTPAC and DDS, the credit transfer facility EFTPOS, international direct dial, teletext, Viatel, Securitel, and the remote telephone service DRCS, enabling direct dial phone services from remote outback homesteads. It also offers advanced PABXs, cellular telephones and telefinder paging systems, which it markets aggressively in a competitive environment against private enterprise suppliers. So how has this turnaround been achieved? Much of it is due to a change in attitude. From the 1st of January 1989, Telecom Australia became a corporation, finally putting its corporate structure on a business footing. Underlying this formal change in structure has been a far-reaching company-wide reorganisation and cultural change program called Telecom's Change Process. Actively overseen by the Managing Director, it seeks the cooperation and commitment of staff to the objectives of Telecom becoming a truly customer-oriented and commercial organisation. The 86,000 staff were reorganised into 4 main operating divisions under the Managing Director, replacing the former functionally based state administrations. The Corporate Customer Division services Telecom's major business and government customers. Our Special Business Products Division operates value-added services, mobile telecommunications, and directory services. Metropolitan Division handles the vast majority of our business and residential customers in the nation's metropolitan areas. And Country Division does the same for country customers. Within all these divisions, there are units which provide specialist services. And within the corporation, the shared resource units support the divisions. Whilst committed to operating on a commercial, business-like basis, Telecom has not lost sight of its obligations to provide uneconomic and subsidised services in many areas to support the government's policy commitment to universal access to affordable telephone services. Australia is a large, sparsely populated country, which makes it a relatively small market in international terms. Yet with only 7 million telephone services in operation, Telecom Australia ranks as one of the top 10 communications companies in the world. During the past few years, Australia's productivity has fallen substantially. In contrast, Telecom Australia has recorded a steady and solid growth in overall productivity, enabling Telecom to pass true cost savings from new technology and improved work methods directly to customers through keeping prices down and improving service quality. We are, however, still often criticised over the cost of providing residential services. Many of these critics choose to ignore the real but often hidden costs of installing and maintaining such a complex, ubiquitous network as that operated by Telecom. However, here's how the cost of providing residential services in Australia compares with other Western countries. As you can see, we're on the low end of the scale. And there are other factors to consider. You may be aware that many North American services are on duplex or party lines, and some countries cut their installation costs by using telephone poles to carry the wires. In Australia, every customer has an exclusive automatic service, and most installations are provided by more expensive but much more reliable underground cables. Telecom is committed to maintaining a quality service in all areas of its operations, not by our standards, but by what our customers ask for.
I'm taking calls on the talkback line.
Well, when Telecom's making all this profit, you think they'd be able to...
As a government-owned enterprise, Telecom's activities come under intense public scrutiny whenever our annual profit is announced. Unfortunately, many people do not understand that Telecom must operate as a commercial operation and constantly acquire advanced technology to maintain the standard of service which our customers demand. In doing so, it must fund all its capital requirements each year from retained earnings and from borrowings. It must also provide for interest and for all taxes. Up against its international competitors, Telecom operates efficiently and provides a reasonable return on its assets. Telecom Australia is 100% owned by the Australian government and is therefore a business operated on behalf of the Australian people. Although we are the exclusive network provider, deregulation is placing increasing pressure on the corporation to perform against private enterprise in the provision of many customer services and products. As a result, Telecom has entered a number of joint ventures and created subsidiaries to market its expertise and services. For example, Telecom Australia International successfully markets telecom services around the world. Back home, we have interests in telecom technologies, NatSoft Communications, Telecom Hewlett-Packard, Information Switching Technology, Advanced Network Management, and QPSX, a company which is marketing a revolutionary concept in packet switching. A number of these joint ventures have sprung from the developments and technological breakthroughs achieved at Telecom Research at Clayton in Victoria. Amongst these developments have been advances in optical fibre technology, integrated circuits, and new standards for Integrated Services Digital Network, or ISDN. ISDN will become the business communication structure of the 90s, allowing companies to communicate by phone, fax, or data on a single line. And Telecom Australia is at the forefront of its development. Telecom has come a long way in its 14-year history. It has shaken off much of the bureaucratic red tape that was often criticised in the early days and is now a customer-driven commercial operation, poised to continue its expansion into the 21st century for the benefit of all Australians.